Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are playing Terraformers today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're excited for a brand new game to try one out here, hit that like button. So this was just released out of early access recently, I think last week or so, and it's pretty fun. I did go through the tutorial, and I played out the first map, but I've reset my profile and progress. I'm going to hit skip tutorial because I kind of know what's going on. But if you're starting off yourself and you're about to dive into it, I recommend you play with that tutorial. Anyway, let's go ahead and do a new game. So here we are. We're on the 0th level. This is where we should be starting off. And let's jump into it. Play. Here we go. Loading up. Loading. The total amount of damage you'll receive is more or less similar in every game, but scales with higher difficulty levels. All right. Yeah, I've only played the one map, so it wasn't a very high difficulty, I'll tell you that much. But it was certainly a challenge. There's a lot going on in this game, a lot to keep track of and stuff. So, okay, I think it's ready for us. Click anywhere in the shuttle. Let's go. Okay, the red planet awaits. Welcome to the Mars colonization planet. A small step for the first colonists, but a giant leap for mankind. The shuttle has landed, and your people are ready to settle on the red planet. Everyone on the ship is aware of the historic importance of the mission and the great responsibility resting upon their shoulders. Their lives will be spent beneath the domes of artificial habitats, but they are not here for themselves. They are here for the future of the human race. It will be a long time before a human can breathe Martian air, but everyone is willing to work tirelessly to make that day arrive. Earth has sent resources to start the settlement and proposes some leaders to represent you on Mars. Good luck. So we click here to accept it. 50 power we get, 29 food, 10 water, 5 titanium. We'll also have a card for greenhouse farms and a habitation module. So that's pretty sweet. All right, we'll collect all those. So here's kind of our building cards. We can use these two to build specifically. We'll start with the food production, because right now we've just got our base resources that Earth sent us, but we don't have any actual income coming in. So you can see we've got our main city here. On all sides of it, there are little nodes that we can send out and explore. But first things first, see over here, we've got to choose our leader. Leader's pretty critical. You get different bonuses and stuff, and these leaders will rotate. After a certain amount of time, you'll choose a new leader, and you'll get new bonuses on the same map. So it's pretty cool. Keeps it kind of fresh and stuff. So let's read about these guys. Gustav Mirzan, and I'm not going to read his profile here, but if we look at the specialization, this is what we need to know for the gameplay here. Let's see, advanced machine learning increases your science production by 1 for every 6 robots you construct. So that's a lot. That's more like mid to early mid game right there when you get we probably won't have a lot of robots right away, but anyway, let's see here, what else? So these 3 skills right here will be allowed to do one of these each turn. So let's see, we can explore. Every leader has the explore function right here. But he also gives us energy savings. So this is unique to him. Generate 5 power. Innovate. 2 more projects are proposed this turn. Gain 3 science. So each turn you get to choose a new project. And this one, he's pretty smart. He gives you an extra 2 projects. Let's check out Jorge here. This is probably who I'm going to go with, actually. Rural constructions. Constructing regional buildings costs 15% less resources. So regional buildings, we'll get into that a little bit here, but you can just kind of tell that's just, he's a bonus to construction. It's his kind of guy. Look, he's got bionic legs. Anyway, so he can explore. Earthworks, destroy 2 rocks for free this turn. Again, we'll get into that a little bit later on. Modular apartments receive 2 modular apartment projects, or they're the cards. I'm going to call them cards a lot because they resemble a card, but it's kind of like the greenhouse and the little building we got. That's what that's referring to, the habitation module. So we're going to choose him. We're probably going to use his explore function the most. I might use one of the other ones, at some point, but for right now, let's see here. So each one of these has some sort of resource above it, and it just says there's a hint of titanium there. there's a hint of nitrates. So really we need to explore it to find out what's there, what's not. Is there a mine there, or is it just like loose resources that we can collect and move on, basically? So let's go for this one. What is it? Silicates, because we don't have any silicates. Okay, so we collected 6, and there is a little mining node here. So if we click this, we'll first need to capture it. We don't capture it, just claim it with our culture here. We'll claim it, and I'll get into that, how we achieve that a little bit later on. But we can't do it now, but you can see how much it costs. 4 power, 4 titanium, and we could start a mine here of silicates. So if we want to do that, we're going to need to expand the number here. And of course, the easiest way to do that is to lay down population buildings like the hab module here. First things first, though, we've got to place our headquarters. Now, you will want to be mindful of where you place stuff here on your city screens. And I'll explain why, because some buildings give a bonus to adjacent buildings, basically, is the whole crux of that thing. So this one here, I don't think our hab gives us a bonus. Does it? Maybe it does. No, it just says comfort of living, housing. So there's no bonus to adjacent buildings. That's okay, though. That's fine. Now look at the greenhouse. This one also doesn't have any adjacent bonuses, but it does produce 1 food per turn. So I'm going to go ahead and slap this down. Now there are some buildings that will give your food stations a bonus, but they're kind of middle game stuff, so I don't expect to see them right away. Also, you can move stuff. You can move your headquarters, your farms. You can move mostly anything, but there will be a delay. Like, it won't immediately be working the next turn, so you got to wait a few turns, which it'll tell you. But anyway, so real quick, earthworks. Remember when we were looking at destroy rocks for free this turn? These are the rocks it's referring to. Normally this would cost us 3 power to remove this. So we might use Jorge's little move in a little while. We'll see. We'll see. So we've got our food station laid. We got our city center placed. We did an exploration. I don't think there's anything else now. Obviously, this is our very first turn, so it's early. There's not much happening at this moment, but we're still good. You can scroll around to hold your left mouse button down, zoom in and out on the world. It's pretty sweet, actually. You can get pretty far out. Also, there's good detail. You can kind of see like the little roads, I guess, we've got. Anyway, so let's end the turn. And turn number 2, here we go. So each turn you'll be hit with a research project. These are the cards. You know, you're not actually, it's not technically like research like you would normally think it. Like once you have the tuber farm, you're available to tuber farms at all times. No, you just pick these cards basically. And each turn you'll get another set of cards to choose from. And it might include another tuber farm in that selection. So you will get duplicates and stuff. I am going to go with the food production. This one's just slightly different because it takes nitrates as opposed to whatever this one took, water or whatever. So we'll need to look for nitrates. Here's a spot that has a small hint of nitrates. So let's go ahead and we get 1 exploration per turn. I probably should have mentioned that fact, but let's use our exploration for the nitrates. It only gave us 2. And sadly, if we look at that spot now, there's not a mine for nitrates. It's just empty. It does say this location is situated on a high plateau, though. So that comes into play later on with other buildings you're going to want to place there. So we'll keep this spot available to us, but we're not going to build anything right away there. Anyway, we do see that this spot has a large hint of nitrates. So next turn, I will probably use my exploration to go for this one. Now, if you'll notice, too, it says here, the further away the location is from your nearest city, the higher the power cost. So these all tell us 2, but yeah, it is obviously correct. The farther away you get, so you can get up really expensive, too, like 10 plus power. Okay, so let's continue. We've done our exploration. Let's see, I could place the hab module, and I think I might as well. Let's go ahead and do it. Now, there are definitely buildings that bonus off of living quarters next to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build one right here, and then the next hab module I'll put right here, and I'll save the middle spot that's touching both of those for something that will bonus with them. Because usually bonus buildings affect your living spaces. Some do affect food, I've seen, but anyway, we'll get into that as we go. Now you'll see that the one here is kind of flashing. It's got the little arrows. If we click on it, it's going to show me neighboring spots that we've explored, and I can now claim these spots here for our building. And boom, there we go. So we've claimed it. You can see it's become my color. The color is actually, unfortunately, kind of similar to the background of Mars, but we are this orange color here for our central city. And yes, I have 4 energy and 4 titanium, so we're going to set up a mine. Now you'll see over here in the silicates, there's a +1, baby. We're getting silicates each turn. We're also getting 1 food, but let me tell you, that's nowhere near enough. We need tons more food. All right, it's time to end the turn. We've done our skill. We've built our buildings. It's time to go. Still looking for more nitrates. Okay, what do we want? This will cost 9 tritium, but it produces power, and it has a negative effect. Adjacent populations provide negative support per turn. So support is like morale of your people. If you have a low morale, people will move away, or they won't want to come to Mars at all. So you want to keep your support up real high, obviously. So it's happiness, morale, whatever. But this is a good building, to be honest, but I'm not going to go with that. I think we're going to go with another... This is a tough one. Greenhouse or Hab. Probably another Hab module, because we've got a tuber farm here. So speaking of which, we're still trying to find some good nitrates. Let me see. I'm just thinking about those modular apartments. They're great, don't get me wrong, but they're actually kind of expensive. So, because it says free, but that just means you get the cards for free. You don't get to place it for free. It still costs resource to place that card. Anyway, so we did get 4 nitrates and 2 science, and there is a deposit there. So we're going to need to lay down more Hab modules to in order to claim these territories before I can actually do a pit mine here. Oh, look, it's expensive too. Probably because it's not completely adjacent to my city here. So anyway, that's it. Turn's over. Not much happened in these early turns. There is trading. You can get trade routes and stuff, but we don't have any just yet, so won't worry. Oh, look. Haha, speak of the devil. Trade route. Boom. So let's go through that real quick after we pick our card. Oh, look. I wish I had picked the food now than last time. I'll just double up on the Hab modules. Like I said, you'll get the repeats and stuff, but it's good. Strategize, you know. You can never have too many like population cards, because you'll want these for other cities, because eventually we will found cities on other parts of Mars. So we're going to want more than 1 Hab or 1 or 2 Hab modules, trust me. So anyway, let's go ahead and do our exploration. I'm still kind of in search of more nitrates, but I really shouldn't neglect other stuff. I should be like kind of, you know, the other ones that are close by, like this titanium, large hint. We really need to check that out. Oh, look, a bonus. So we found some lost supply crates there too, which gave us 10 food. Yes, and there is a mine there. Awesome. Oh, shoot. I need to lay down another population. So we've got a little ways to go. We are at 30 food, or we need 30 food for the Hab. We're at 12, and we're getting +1 per turn. So now this is the screen here. If you look at the resource tab and you click this button, you can open the trade panel. So here's our trade routes. It's very simple and easy to understand once you get the hang of it. So if you've got 1, I want more of the food. We're going to go for 2 food per turn. So I'm going to bump this. So now it's pointing towards me. So think of it like I'm sorry. Here, if I was giving the food away, I'd be giving it away to this side, but we're actually taking food. We're taking it in. So that's kind of how I think about it, but it's unbalanced. So you'll see right now it's kind of like there's a negative balance here. You need 1, so we need to give something away. So boom, there we go. If you're taking something in, you always need to be giving something away, basically. And we are going to give away our silicates. Don't worry, we'll get more if we need it. It's just kind of one of those things we don't need right away, and it's perfect for this trade route. So I don't know if it'll even let you go. Yeah, see, you are importing more than you are exporting. So this is something you have to balance. You can't have like an unbalanced trade route like this. So keep that in mind when you go to set up your trades. Anyway, that's good enough. Let's end the turn. We did our exploration, right? It'll tell you too if you're unsure about like, oh, have I done everything? If you go to end turn button, it will kind of pop up little messages and say, hey, you haven't done this yet, or hey, your leader still has a skill to use. You know, you haven't explored this turn. So let's see. We don't want a third hab module. Oh, a robot hub. So effectively, this is just like another population, but they're robots, and robots actually have interesting little bonuses later on down the road. Laboratories are good too, don't get me wrong, but we're going to go with the robot hub. We are getting heavy on population cards, but I like that. In fact, we can lay this one. Oh, that's huge. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to set this one off on its own kind of here. I was thinking about putting it, you know, on this side of the hab module, but we're going to do it over here because there are cards that will like bonus off of robots specifically. So I'm going to keep this one here. I'll build another robot building on this side eventually, and we'll put something in between that helps with robots. Anyway, we've still got a skill. So I'm actually really tempted to use earthworks right now to clear these rocks, but I'm not going to do that because it's really not necessary. It's not like I need those spots right now, and we should be doing more exploration, to be honest. So you can see these spots that have the little happiness too. This will grant us some, what is it called? Support. Yeah. I always want to say like morale or happiness, basically. But if you explore those, it will grant you those in addition to whatever resources are listed here. So tell you what, we're still looking for nitrates. Maybe we'll get lucky and find 4 of them if we go to this big location. See, this says large hint. So let's go for the large hint. Oh yeah, we got 6. And there's another mine for him there. So real quick, let's go ahead and place that tuber farm. I'm going to put it, I'll just put it right here. That's good enough. Remember, like I said, don't get too picky about where you place stuff early on because you can move stuff. It's real simple. Anyway, so, and it doesn't cost any resources, just time. So we've got 2. It's flashing 2 at me. That means I can expand to this one. Yes. But I'm short. Yeah, and we got one more. It's going to be this one. So that's good. Now I need to explore this one next, probably next turn. Yeah. So we're going to end the turn. If you're thinking like, can you buy titanium from your trade thing? No. All I can do is like, I could turn this off and ask to import titanium. But quite honestly, what I'll probably do instead of that, I'm going to keep the food coming only because we need tons of food for our modules and stuff. But titanium, I'm going to look for like another place that has it, like this one, like bonuses, and we'll just work our way up like we did with our nitrates, basically. In turn, this is cool. Okay. So to help with exploration efforts, Earth delivered an array of exploration satellites. So this is awesome. We now have like a bonus exploration each turn. But no, I'm sorry. That's not right. It's not each turn. It's every 3rd turn. So anyway, we'll get into that in a second. Let's look at our cards. Entertainment Center. Adjacent population provides +3 support. So you build this between 2 little, population centers. Okay, this one is titanium, so this provides power. And the soil factory, adjacent food producing buildings get a +1. See, we're talking the adjacency here again. And they are marked. You can see this one's got the little symbol with the arrows next to it in green. Means it's a positive adjacency bonus. Where this one's in red, it means it's going to be negative. So, this is tough, actually. Obviously, I think we should go with food. That's the most pragmatic. Oh, that's expensive, though. 22 nitrates? It'll be a little while before we can place that. There's also an undo button here real quick. So I can literally undo certain actions. I don't think you can undo every single action, but that's really handy, and I'm glad I remembered it to point that out to you. So, for instance, now I'm kind of double thinking about it. Let's go with the entertainment center. We'll get more food, and I'm not hurting for food. So we've actually got, a population building set up ready for something adjacent to it, and we can afford that. So, boom, there we go. We just got a little entertainment center. And of course, like I said, I'll place another one right here at some point, another hab module or something. Maybe this guy's free thing, although his is so expensive. Speaking of his skills, we do have a exploration. So I want to kind of just finalize the neighboring spots here by our city. So let's use his thing for that. Boom. Now, if we look, you'll see here's that satellite that we were just notified of the beginning of the turn. Exploration satellite. So we're going to use it. Now, this one does not matter. Like, range does not matter. You could literally do it, and it costs nothing. You can do it on the other side of the world. What is that? Elysium Mons. Cool. Giant volcano. Let's see. I think there's a bigger one, though. I think that, yeah, Olympus Mons. That's the biggest volcano in the solar system, baby. All right, not just on Mars. Anyways, so let's see here. What should we do? Remember, we are kind of strategically doing this, looking for more resources. I don't see any large titanium, so I think I'm going to go for this one right here, which is like small hint. This has a small hint. This will give us some happiness, though. So let's click our exploration satellites. Click that. Boom. Free exploration. Oh, it's got a lava tube as well. So what that means is some particular locations are better suited for city building than others. And you can see like a lava tube, I guess, is an ideal location for a city. So you can see this one actually says it. A city can be founded here. So if we click it, oh, look, it's got a whole bunch of rocks on it. That's fun. But some rocks are beneficial, though. You can see if you build adjacent populations, get 3 support next to this rock because it's like a weird formation or whatever. But you would literally have to clear these out, I guess, before you could even found a city. We can't afford it now anyway. So this is not really the best spot either. It's a little bit too close to this city, so I wouldn't do it. It's not like they're competing necessarily. It's just you want to, expand out as far as you can or in strategically for resources specifically, basically, to gain access to the most resources. Okay, so let's see here. How we doing? We have explored fully. We don't have anything else we can afford to place. I think it's time to end the turn. Let's go. Okay, rising expectations. Oh, so this is very important, like mechanic of the game. Let me read it. As the colony grows and basic amenities become more common, so do people's expectations. The hardships of the early years are soon forgotten, and a warm bed, nourishing food, and regular entertainment are no longer considered luxuries, but requirements for a comfortable life. Your hardworking colonists expect their work to pay off, so it is only natural for their expectations to rise as time goes on. There's nothing you can do about it. This is simply human nature at work. So, like I said, it's part of a key mechanic and it goes up. You just have to, basically forces you not to slack off. You have to provide them with what they need to maintain their support. Okay. And more robots. Kind of nice. So this is another population center. It's just a different kind, the Martia. If we look, it says a house printed from regolith and providing protection against radiation. So it's like a 3D printed type situation. It's pretty cool. This is based off a real concept, too. I know that for a fact just watching Mars documentaries. So they have, this could potentially be what Mars habitats look like one day. But anyway, let's check this out. The university, I don't think this is a real life concept, but this one definitely is. The university is pretty cool, actually, because this is going to give us, well, no, it says adjacent science buildings. That's not so good. It's going to have to be the robots again, man. We're going to have a robot society. No, there's no worries about robot rebellions. At least I don't think so. I haven't encountered one. Oh, look, this landmark can be upgraded. Click to see the upgrade options. What? How do we do that? That's not something I've seen before. I'm clicking it, but it's not doing anything. Huh. I'm not sure. Oh, that's what it was, because I didn't place my mine yet. Duh. Okay, I figured it out. That's what it looks like when you have a resource node but no mine on it. So that's pretty sweet, actually. And now we've got silicates coming in and we've got titanium, which is exactly what we're going to need. Well, we're going to need all that stuff, trust me. We're going to need all the resources, especially water, which is something we haven't even. Actually, we are starting to come into some water over here. Check that out. So, again, we'll send our explorers to locations like that. But actually, I'm kind of looking for more titanium because then we could plop down another robot thing. Let's check this one here. See, that's only 2 energy, so want to watch your energy levels. Don't get crazy on those early on because we don't have any coming in. So that's definitely a building I'll need to start looking for. Now, unfortunately, the satellite is on cooldown. See, it says 2 there. So you can kind of keep that closed until it's done. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, for the turn. Skill's been used up. Don't have the necessary titanium yet. Yep, our trade line is balanced, so let's move on. Okay, what do we want? I definitely want some food. But what is this? Support per turn for every building owned by this. I've never seen this building. Brine electrolyzer, cool. Resonance station, so this boosts your power stations. Yeah, adjacent power produces +1. We're definitely going with food for right now because I don't even have any power stations up and running, so that middle card was useless. For now, I mean, it could be helpful down the road, but okay, so we are exploring with our rover this turn. What do we want here? Probably some more titanium if possible. There we go. This one's starting to get a little farther out though. Ooh, that one costs 3. We can still cover that cost, so I'm not worried here. Bonus food. What's this got on it? Flat plains, a city can be founded here. Oh, look at this. This location will be submerged if the ocean rises to level 1. So that's a really important concept we haven't even really discussed yet. Right now we're kind of in the build-up phase. We're just establishing colonies. Like we literally just landed, you know what I'm saying? But as time goes on and as the stages progress, we will literally terraform the planet. Terraform, I should say. And that means first stages like laying down bacteria and stuff like that. And then, you know, nuking the polar cap. I know we haven't discovered it yet, but there is a polar cap with ice. And if we nuke it, then we can, you know, put a lot of oxygen and carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. So those are obviously things that we're going to have to address as we go along. But right now, you know, as I mentioned, we're still kind of just getting established. So we've done that. Let's progress through our turns real quick. Okay, here we go. What is this? New research projects have been proposed by our R&D, so our researchers suggest several different technologies that we'll like to work on. Which ones should we pursue? So this will give us nanotube water filters, gain 1 water income per ocean level you increase. That's actually kind of cool. So this is just like a bonus. This isn't a building, okay? And I'll show you where these are listed after we choose one here. Okay, urban planning costs 25 science. This project can only be placed once. When you found a new city, it starts with 2 expansions. Wow. Wow, that's pretty nice. Get advanced land clearance techniques. 25 science. This project can only be placed once. Destroying a rock costs... Oh, that's not bad. Rock costs 2 less power, but that's not great. It's either 1 or 2. I think it's going to be 2, actually. This is pretty awesome because we will raise our sea levels, but like I was just saying, that's later down the road. So this bonus wouldn't really be in effect until much later. But this one, yeah, that's going to help us like almost right away as soon as we found a city. Okay, what do we want? Oh, man, so many population buildings. I'm going with the lab this time just to mix it up here. Okay, so this is kind of a card. Actually, this is something I'm not really familiar with. Drop here to deploy technology. But yeah, we don't have these resources yet, so obviously we can't do it. But we'll get there. Huh. I thought this was like a different thing. So again, this is something I haven't actually encountered yet. Pretty sweet. It's a very special card. We're going to hold on to that. Now, you can only have 8 cards in your hand at a time, which we're nowhere near yet, but there's just something to keep in mind. You have to plan ahead and think about that. Oh, here's a nice water a large water resource there. This would be a great spot for a city right here. So if we wanted to, all we really need is water and food. So we've got the food. We would just need the water. You don't have to have buildings ready. You can just lay down your thing, and then build up your resources after that. It's not a bad idea, except we don't have the water. Oh, and another thing to note, before I could lay a city here, I would have to officially explore every adjacent node. So that's something that maybe we can start working on. Let's get the water. Beautiful. This is going to be expensive. Well, it's only 3. We can afford it. We really should start thinking about getting some electricity going, though. Yeah, we're going to need power for sure, but I think this will probably be the location of our next city. It's far enough away that it's not like it's not sharing any nodes or anything like that, which you don't want. Can't really do that anyway, so they'd be competing, I guess, for the node placement. So that's a perfect spot, I think. Yeah, it's also probably a good spot for us to leave off for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this one, the Terraformers. It is a really fun game, and I hope you'll tune in for episode 2. It is very addicting, and I will see you on the next one. Hey everybody, thanks for watching, and now check out this fan art by a couple of my Discord members, Finn and Vita. It's pretty good, and I love the cuttlefish.